You should get in tune with the divine force of the universe and go
So take us through it. It was back then, 1976, I believe. You were a freshman congressman. Take us through what happened. The same sort of thing, swine flu. People were concerned about it. Talk to me about it.
CDC says more than 1 million Americans are already infected. It's safe for children to get vaccinated. The swine flu's coming back like a viral attack. It's like 7 to 6. You gotta cover your back, but not with the vaccine. Don't give in to that, because those medical quacks are making money off that.
We were told it was necessary for them to declare a national emergency because people were getting sick from a new swine flu virus that began in Mexico and might cause a deadly influenza pandemic. So far, the vast majority of people who get sick have symptoms that are no worse than the regular flu and recover completely. The declaration of a national public health emergency last spring set a chain of events in motion. Some schools were closed, some people were quarantined, and drug companies were given billions of tax dollars to create experimental swine flu vaccines.
They wanna inject you, infect you with the vaccine and say they protect, but they reject your immunity, and if you protest, they arrest you and they lock you down.
These new vaccines are being fast-tracked by the FDA. We're being told they will only be tested for a few weeks on a few hundred children and adults before being given to children in schools in October.
Can't have people like that walking around contagious. The truth is outrageous. Don't you know the drug companies made this flu? And if you're thinking you wanna evade this, then you gotta say this. Don't inject me, don't infect me. Don't stick that needle in my arm and chemically wreck me. Don't inject me, don't infect me. Don't stick that needle in my veins and medically wreck me. Don't use me, don't abuse me. Don't push your medical lies and try to confuse me. Don't trick me, don't you dick me. With that needle in your hand, don't you dare try to prick me.
Under federal legislation passed by Congress since 2001, an emergency use authorization allows vaccine makers and anyone who gives experimental vaccines to Americans during a declared public health emergency to be totally free from liability if people get hurt. The National Vaccine Information Center has been a vaccine safety watchdog since 1982, and we are questioning the need to turn schools into medical clinics this fall, where swine flu vaccines being rushed to market will be given to children first.
This idea that government has to come to the rescue, I think it's more or less a reflection that we have too many people in government that like the idea that they have to justify their existence. So whether it's in foreign policy, scare the people to death, great fear, and then you can do what you want. If there's an economic crisis, scare the people to death, and then you can socialize the economy. In medicine, scare the people to death, and then you'll say, oh, only the government can take care of us. So I think a lot of that is happening, and we're on the move to socialize medicine. So we're scaring the people and saying the only people that can save us will be the government.
Don't you know the swine flu is made by man? Pharmaceutical scam. It's all part of the big brother population plan. But the thing I don't understand is why they're in Mexico City in an unmarked military van. They don't want you to see the remedies. You can stop influenza with vitamin D for free. Herbal medicine is all that you need, but they can't charge a $50 fee.
We're calling on the Obama administration and state governors to provide solid evidence to parents that it is necessary to give children experimental swine flu vaccines in schools. Are the states prepared to obey vaccine safety provisions in the 1986 National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act, which include 1. Before children are vaccinated, giving parents written information about vaccine benefits and risks. 2. Keeping accurate written records of which vaccines the children get, including the manufacturer's name and lot number. 3. Writing down information in the child's medical record about which vaccines were given. And 4. Monitoring children closely for signs of a serious health problem that could develop after vaccination that needs to be treated and immediately reported to the federal Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System. Are parents going to be given complete, truthful information about swine flu vaccine risks and the right to say yes or no before their children are lined up and vaccinated in the school setting.
They can't charge a $50 fee unless they inject you, they infect you, they stick a needle in your arm and chemically wreck you. They use you, they abuse you, they say they're saving your life while they really confuse you.
Vaccines are pharmaceutical products that carry a risk of injury or death. 1 in 6 child in America is learning disabled. 1 in 9 has asthma. 1 in 150 develops autism. 1 in 450 has diabetes, and millions more suffer with allergies and autoimmune disorders. Will the swine flu vaccine be safe for them? It's a bad idea to turn schools into medical clinics and basically test experimental swine flu vaccines on children first, especially when nobody is liable. Nobody is liable. Nobody is liable.
All you parents, grab your kids and shoot them up just like guinea pigs. Inject your teens and your babies in the crib, and when they get paralyzed, that's when you realize there's no way to undo what you did.
That has the potential to hurt children instead of keeping them well. This October 2 through 4 in Washington, D.C., parents concerned about the lack of vaccine safety and informed consent protections will gather with scientists, doctors, bioethicists, and legal experts at the 4th International Public Conference on Vaccination to talk about the science, policy, law, and ethics of vaccination, including the swine flu vaccine.
What's your response? What have people said to you since you made this video and you came out and said, hey, you know what, tamp this down a little bit. Come on, let's stand back and don't be so crazy about this. What have people said to you?
Do you know what? I have to tell you the honest truth. I have not had one person say to me that, you know, that I have undermined anything about dealing with this problem. Everybody comes out, you know, that's exactly what I thought. It's about time somebody said it. It is just an attempt for governments to scare the people. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that might disagree. Right. And I don't downplay the seriousness. As a physician, I don't say, well, there's no danger at all whatsoever, but you got to put it in perspective. Put it in perspective of HIV and AIDS and tuberculosis and all these things. It really is a total non-event. Non-event. Non-event.
The big drug companies are making the killing, collecting the billions and getting away like a James Bond villain, cause they're willing to do almost anything just to make money with the flu vaccine.
Don't believe the hype, it's a sequel. As an equal, can I get this through to you?